All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. And I'm just going to go into the scripture, Proverbs 2 and 11. Without further ado, this is Proverbs 2 and 11. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. Right. And that's a basic scripture, man. You know, scripture says discretion shall preserve thee. And when you go into the word discretion, you can deal with it's basically sort of twofold, where discretion is, you know, is when to speak up and when to be quiet. You know, and the scripture says it shall preserve thee. So when you get meat or you get some fruits or you get vegetables, what do? You throw it in the refrigerator. Or if you get meat, you put it in the freezer to preserve it, so it can last longer. You know, just like you know, if you season food, you know, if you season food or season meat in particular, and you marinate it, it'll preserve it. You know, and that's what happens when the knowledge, wisdom, understanding enters into a man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read the verse above it, verse 10. It says, "When wisdom entereth in thine heart," meaning, you know, this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, it enters into your mind, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Right. So when you get the knowledge, the wisdom, understanding, once you get it, it's supposed to marinate and sit with you. Why? Verse 11, it says, "Discretion shall preserve thee." Why? Because this knowledge, wisdom, understanding is not for everybody. All right? You go out and you want to run your mouth and want to be Superman Israelite, you know, it'll get you jacked up. It's not going to preserve you. You're not going to last long in this truth. Wanting to run your jibs all the time, man. You know, it's a certain time and place for everything, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to get this scripture. This is Sirach, the 20th chapter. Right. Sirach 20 and 19. "An unseasonable tale will always be in the mouth of the unwise. A wise sentence will be rejected when it cometh out of a fool's mouth, for he will not speak it in due season." Right, because it's all about what time you speak it. That's why discretion deals with discernment. You got to know when to say something and when not to say something, because that'll either get you jacked up or that'll preserve you. Why? Because the scripture says what? That basically the words out of your mouth is going to basically judge you. All right, just to clean the verse up, verse 11 back in Proverbs 2nd chapter, it says, "Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee." Right. So when you have proper understanding, you have proper judgment. All right, then you able to watch over yourself, man. All right, and that's the difference between a man that's well seasoned in the truth or a man that's basically novice. Why? Because a novice is going to run his jibs at the wrong time. But a man of understanding knows when to speak and when not to speak. Why? Because he has good judgment. All right? With that, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect.